The Vancouver Grizzlies were a team for 5 years in the NBA when they became an expansion team. The most wins they got in a single year, 23. It wasn't until year 4 as a franchise that they hit 20 wins. And maybe just nobody wanted to go to Vancouver. So today I'm going to be doing my final expansion rebuild of NBA 2K24, and we're going to do it with the Vancouver Grizzlies. We're also going to add a team in Montreal. So we got 2 new teams in Canada. Maybe there could be a cool rivalry between the Toronto Raptors and the new Montreal team. We are the Vancouver Blizzard. I put it where teams could keep pretty much everybody, so I have no idea what this pool is going to look like. All right, I actually think the Bulls wouldn't keep Lonzo Ball because they're going to be paying him like $21 million to not really play. So I hope I get the #1 pick. I would love Lonzo Ball on my team. Kevin Love's here, Haywood Highsmith. Yeah, it's not going to be too good. John Collins isn't kept. You know what? I could also kind of say this as well. Now, Collins is 27. He's not been injury prone, but I'm sure they would like to give some runtime to Walker Kessler, Taylor Hendricks, maybe move Markkanen back to the 4, and they can get off of Collins' contract as well. All right, so I feel like Lonzo Ball and John Collins will be the top 2 picks in this draft. You have Bojan Bogdanovic, Ben Simmons. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so we actually got the #1 overall pick. John Collins is #1, Caleb Martin, Lonzo Ball. I would actually kind of like Lonzo Ball to lead this team. Oh man, do I want him more than Collins? Because Lonzo I can get on a new contract. John Collins has a player option. So you know what? Man, I mean, I would love to get both. I'm going to take Lonzo Ball, which could come back and bite me. The next 2 picks were Caleb Martin, which, interesting, the Sixers didn't want to keep him, and John Collins. So a couple of these second-round picks that were recently drafted here, even Pacomi Dadiet, who was a first-round pick, wasn't kept. I think I'm going to take a flyer on Chris Murray, though, who was a recent first-round pick, and we'll see what we could do with Pacomi Dadiet as well, who was a recent first-round pick as well. Bagley and Bogdanovic were the next 2 picks. That's good value getting Marvin Bagley there. I'm going to go with Haywood Highsmith here from the Miami Heat, and I'm going to get Johnny Furphy from the Indiana Pacers. Go kind of with a little bit of a youth movement. We do need some big men on this roster, so I'm going to go with Chris Boucher. Dwight Powell has a player option. I'd rather have kind of an open cap sheet going forward. So let's go with Dominic Barlow. I'm going to get Reese Beekman, the former Virginia Cavalier. And let's go with Dylan Jones, who was a first-round pick from the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm going to get Bobby Klintman, who was a second-rounder from the Pistons. As well as, do I go Bailey Sharman? Why not? And give me Olivier Maxence Prosper. I got to take a center with my last pick. Unfortunately, there are none available. The tallest guy remaining... All right, it's not great. It's Dean Wade at 6'9", but I don't want to pay Dean Wade next year, so I'll go with Vlatko. Not a lot of players remaining, so I'm just going to go with Josh Minot, who is the youngest guy there. For some reason, we also had to get John Wall and Evan Fournier on this team. I didn't do that. I mean, John Wall could kind of be a cool mentor for Lonzo Ball, who's definitely going to start at the 1. We're going to have Johnny Furphy at the 2. I'd like to go Chris Murray at 3, Haywood Highsmith. Haywood Highsmith at the 3, Chris Murray at the 4, Chris Boucher at the 5. And hopefully we are bad enough where we're going to get a top pick in the 2025 draft. I don't think I'm going to be able to sign anybody in free agency because people didn't really want to come to Vancouver in real life. They did have Sharif Abdul-Rahim at one point. But yeah, if you're a team for like 5-6 years and your most amount of wins was 23, that is insane. We're really going to just have Lonzo Ball run the show this year. And yeah, we're going to have a 5-man bench of Dadiet, Shireman, Jones, Prosper, and Klintman. The starting 5 is going to be Lonzo, Furphy, Highsmith, Chris Murray, and Chris Boucher. So we have the Chris frontcourt. After this year, we just have some rookie contracts and Haywood Highsmith, so we would have a little bit of cap space. I would like to work out an extension with Lonzo Ball. I'm not sure if he wants to build his brand in Vancouver. We'll see. We start off the year getting blown out by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Lonzo Ball did have 28 points, though. Pacomi Dadiet had 21 in his NBA debut. Boucher with a double-double. Johnny Furphy had 17 points. Can we start off the year with a win in second game? Yeah, we do, even though Dylan Jones got hurt. Lonzo Ball already hurt. Great. But we somehow beat the 76ers by 21 points, unless Embiid got hurt, which did not happen. Oh, Paul George got hurt? No, he just did not play well whatsoever. Lonzo Ball, 23 points. All right. And Johnny Furphy broke his nose in the 3rd game of the year. We ended up losing it. Like I said, I would like to get a top pick in this upcoming draft. I mean, if Lonzo Ball is our franchise point guard, we'll see if that ends up happening. Obviously, I would love Cooper Flagg, Ace Bailey, maybe a big man we could go in this draft as well. Not a bad trade offer from the Knicks. I'd give them Dadiet back and Prosper for Mitchell Robinson in a second. You know, I don't hate this, actually. I don't. Getting Mitchell Robinson, who's under contract for the next 2 years, I get a second. I'd give them Pacomi Dadiet, who they actually drafted. I give them OMP. You know, I'm going to do this trade. I'm going to accept this, New York, which means we are going to insert Mitchell Robinson into the starting lineup. And let's see how we look like with Mitchell Robinson in our first game. We ended up losing by 30. Donovan Clingan had 24 points, but Mitchell Robinson did have 18 and 9. He should kind of get all career highs this year. Brutal injury here to Haywood Highsmith. He tore his right elbow ligament. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. We are somehow 9 and 10 though, and I was going to hope to move Highsmith at the deadline, so I hope he's healthy by then. Mitchell Robinson averaging 17 and 9.5 here in Vancouver. You love to see it. Lonzo Ball is having an nice bounce back year from the injuries, shooting 39% from three. Johnny Furphy shooting 46% from three. I'll take that. And John Wall keeps ending up on our roster. I just can't get away from him. And there goes our best player, Mitchell Robinson, who is injury prone. Pulled his lower back muscle. He's out 2 to 4 weeks. All right, so we are here at the trade deadline. Somehow we're 23 and 29. I was hoping we were going to be like the worst team in the NBA, but we're currently the 10th seed in the Western Conference. How? How are the Suns, who have Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal better than us? I guess Kevin Durant has been hurt this year, but still, there is no reason that we should be this good. Our offense is worst in the West, but our defense is somehow the best? I don't get that. How do we have the best defense with this team? We have like 2, maybe 3 good defenders on this team. Lonzo, Mitchell Robinson, and maybe Hayward Highsmith, who I'm going to trade at the deadline. Yeah, John Wall just been playing some games for us. I'm trying to kind of lose some games, so I'm going to hopefully lose some in the second half. I'm going to be somewhat of a seller. We also had to pick up Frank Jackson. And I'm going to make this trade with the 76ers. I'm going to be getting their first round pick down the line. I got to pick up KJ Martin and his $16 million guaranteed. I'm giving them a Hayward Highsmith who can help them compete for a title, even though his efficiency has been bad this year. We're also giving up Vlatko and a future second in this deal, which might not even be that bad right now. I want to release John Wall, so, well, I can't release him just yet. And I'm going to send Evan Fournier and Frank Jackson to the Sacramento Kings for Jalen McDaniels. Will Lonzo re-sign with me? He will. Okay, $12 million a year, that is great. I'm going to give Lonzo Ball a 4-year deal. That's going to descend over time. Honestly, he's very lucky to get a contract again this long, and we're going to sign him on that. And also, we can lock down an extension for Mitchell Robinson. He's not going to be a free agent this year. He would be one next year, so let's give him a 3-year deal. Because Mitch has been an absolute beast for us and is anchoring this defense right now. I don't get it. This team is winning games. I don't know. I'm trying to lose. I really am. We're 34 and 38. How? I'm thinking I'm going to be able to draft like Cooper Flagg, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper. There's a chance we're going to be making the playoffs because I think we're going to be in the play-in tournament. We're currently the 11th seed right now, actually. We actually, I think, are going to miss out on it. I don't know. We beat the Nets, lose to the Pelicans. If we beat the Bucks, we're, I think, going to finish as the 11th seed. Wow, we just missed out. That's crazy. No Blizzards here on the first or second defensive teams. We did get Johnny Furphy on all-rookie first team. His efficiency was not good, which I was just putting him out there. I'm like, please, lose me games. We just missed out on the play-in tournament, thankfully. We actually tied with the Clippers, but they had the tiebreaker over us. The Montreal Islanders somehow went 26 and 56. Why couldn't I beat you guys this year, even though John Collins was really good? So guys that are part of our future plans, obviously it's going to be I hate you, John Wall. John Wall actually played great for us, and every time I released him, he would just end up on the team again. Mitchell Robinson, Lonzo Ball are definitely here to stay. They're both under contract for the next 5 years. I just love having Mike James on this team, right? Reese Beekman, I think I would like to bring back. Furphy, yeah. Dylan Jones, yes, I would say. Chris Murray. I mean, I'll see if there's a market, like a trade value market for him this offseason. I think just by default, I don't think I'm going to move his deal, but KJ Martin will be back next year. Shireman will be back. I just love how Justin Holiday was on this team at one point too. And Luka is your Western Conference Finals MVP. Tatum in the East. It's a rematch of last year's NBA Finals and the Dallas Mavericks win in 5 with Luka being your finals MVP. There goes LeBron, Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry. They saw the Blizzard enter the NBA and they're like, we want to own that team, so we're going to retire. Both of them head to the Hall of Fame. And it is draft lottery night. There are going to be 16 teams in the lottery now. We are in, obviously, the Northwest Division, and the Montreal Islanders are in the Atlantic Division. Can we get some luck and jump up from 10? Please. Nope, we stay at 10. I guess I'll keep Milan Mack as my head coach. He actually didn't do a terrible job last year. So here at the NBA draft, we could see who's mocked to us at number 10. I think we could definitely end up with a wing, a big, Liam McNeely. I'd be okay with that. That's who the Sporting News has us taking. 2K has us taking Ian Jackson, Liam McNeely. Yeah, it'd be cool if one of these guys fall to me. I'm also okay with Ian Jackson, Igor Demon, Dink Pate, Michael Ruzic, DJ Wagner could be cool. JQ could be cool, even though I don't think he would actually be eligible for the 25 draft. Colin Murray Boyles is here. Mark Sears might be a little high. I'm actually going to make this trade with the Milwaukee Bucks. They want Baylor Shireman, and at my second next year, I'm getting Chris Livingston and a future first. So let's see who's going to be available for us, as Nolan Traore is a Houston Rocket. Kamal Malak is a Washington Wizard. Cooper Flagg falls to 3. He's a Utah Jazz. Drake Powell goes to the Suns, and at number 5, it's Ace Bailey. Number 6, the Montreal Islanders, who fell 4 spots. They're going to select VJ Edgecombe out of Baylor. Memphis goes Jaleel Bethea. LA goes Hugo Gonzalez. The other LA team selects Xavier Booker. Might be a little bit of a reach. Oh my God, I didn't even realize Dylan Harper is still on the board. All right, well, I ended up with the 10th overall pick, and I'm still going to be able to get someone that's really good. That's a no-brainer for me. Welcome to the team, Dylan Harper. He's going to be in the backcourt with Lonzo Ball, so I may convert him to a shooting guard. Jared Stevenson, a.k.a. Noah Clowney, goes 11. I would like to maybe get another first-rounder in this draft. Like, I wouldn't mind moving this Philly pick or this Bucks pick that we just got, to be honest with you. So could I move that Bucks pick? I don't know how high I can move it for. Like, would the Raptors do 13? Probably not. Yeah, they would want to counter. So let's see, would the Warriors do it at 20? I feel like I would agree on this because who knows how bad the Bucks are going to be. You want to swap seconds? Okay, so we're going to have another first rounder in this draft. I just kind of wanted some young core to develop to not like speed up the rebuild, but have another piece right now, as this pick is going to be traded 14 for KCP and Chris Dunn. That's a good return. They select Dink Pate. The next get, Bam Bagayako, Rocco Zakarsky, who I would have taken if he was there at 20, ends up going. Michael Ruzic, I also wanted to take him. He ends up going. Minnesota here at 18. They are going to be trading the pick for Draymond Green. Oh my God, Draymond and Rudy Gobert are teammates. Did they trade somebody this year? How do they have the cap space to pull that off? No way you could afford Wow, how did you absorb Draymond in your cap space? Oh, I guess, okay, because Gobert isn't expiring. That makes sense then. Mark Sears went, and then Ian Jackson. That's a great pick. So I like Igor Demon here out of BYU. We could definitely use some big men on this team, but I think I could take one in the offseason. So I'm going to get Igor Demon here, just best player available. And then we did get a second. I might take Asa Newell, honestly. Asa Newell could be a lottery pick actually in the 25 draft, and we could use a big man out of Georgia, former Montverde Academy guy. And that is going to be it for us here in the 25 draft. I'm going to sign all of these players. We're going to not bring back Josh Minot. We will bring back Chris Murray, but I don't think it's a guarantee he cracks the rotation. I would like to bring in a center behind Mitchell Robinson. Don't think it's going to be Chris Boucher. We could go after Hopper and Shagun. Yeah, like we're going to have a ton of cap space. But somebody I do like is Day'Ron Sharpe. J. Will is here. I mean, I'm going to invest a lot into my center duo with this, but I'm going to give Day'Ron Sharpe a 3-year deal. Power forward market really isn't too good. I mean, I would like to move Naz Reid to the 4, which could speedwind this process a little bit. Could I get Naz Reid at the 4? That is a possibility. I wouldn't mind going after Kuminga, but he wants $35 million. That's too much for me. All right, I offered Naz Reid a 3-year deal. We'll see if we can get Naz Reid. There we go, because they got Draymond. We pay Naz Reid. We pay Day'Ron Sharpe. That's what I'm talking about. And we added some names this offseason. And we got 3 rookies that I'd like to play. Asa Newell could be in the G League. So next year, our starting point guard is going to be Lonzo. I think Dylan Harper is going to be the shooting guard. We have Igor Demon. We have Murray, Furphy, Dylan Jones. Plenty of power forward depth. But I'm going to move Naz Reid to the power forward position. And here we are at player progression. Everybody's going up. You'll love to see that. All right, it is year 2, time of the Blazers. I don't know what glitch is going on right now, but the game refuses to start Lonzo Ball, and it is actually the most annoying thing in the world. And it signs Ty Washington for me. When I had the ample amount of players going into this year's season, I don't get it. So we're going to play the backcourt a ton. Lonzo Ball, Dylan Harper, 34 minutes a night. We're going to go 34 to Naz Reid, 32 to Mitchell Robinson. Do I want to go Johnny Furphy at the 3? I think I'd rather just see what Igor Demon can do. He just has more like prospect pedigree going into this year. We might go like 10 minutes to KJ Martin. I like to play Dylan Jones like 12 minutes a night. And Day'Ron Sharpe doesn't need that many minutes just because he's behind Mitchell Robinson. And then I think I'm going to send Asa Newell to the G League. Can I release Ty Washington, please? There we go. I guess I could have sent him to the G League, and then he would never have to bother me. First game of the season, we ended up losing to the Toronto Raptors at home, 114-106, but Dylan Harper dropped 26 points in his debut. Next game is against Cooper Flagg and the Jazz, and Mitchell Robinson, left arm hairline fracture. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. You gotta be kidding me, man. We ended up winning this game too. Mitchell Robinson had 30 points. Like, this could be a scenario or a universe where Mitchell Robinson is like one of the best centers in the NBA, but unfortunately, it's gonna be a little bit more time till we see him as a top scoring option for us again. All right, this team is 29-20 in our first 49 games this year. Mitchell Robinson has only played 2 games. He's actually back now. Let's go. And yeah, we stayed alive without him, with Asa Newell as basically the starting center with a 35% field goal percentage. I don't know why this team has been doing good. Like, can somebody please tell me, do I need to up the simulator difficulty up to like 100 for this? Because I don't feel like this team should be this good. But you know what, Matt? You shouldn't be complaining. Lonzo Ball might be the X factor for this squad. Naz Reid, man, has been stepping up. He's been putting up an efficient 17 points. He should be an all-star. All right, we're 30-21. Do I become a buyer at the trade deadline? I don't know. Are we the best defensive team in the West? Yeah, wow, by 4 points. That is insane. Like, our offense is actually the worst in the West, but once again, we somehow have the best defense. Do I look to just improve the defense even more? Miles Bridges, Bones Highland on the trade block. Drew Holiday is on the trade block. Josh Hart is on the trade block. Bronny James is on the trade block now that LeBron is no longer there. Saw Clint Capella. Ooh, Pascal Siakam is on the trade block. Okay, I'd be a little interested in Pascal Siakam. For some reason, Karl-Anthony Towns is on the trade block and Jaden McDaniels, but they're 34 and 14. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Jeremy Grant would maybe make a little bit more sense, but I don't really know if I want to give him assets to take on that contract. Obviously, we could look to like just get a Canadian out there. I mean, I'd love to trade for Shea. Not happening. Andrew Nembhard maybe. We could look to get after. I saw RJ Barrett was on the trade block, but it would be tough to get Siakam, but I kind of like Naz Reid, so I don't really know if that's worth it right now. Igor Demon might be a little bit away from being like our starting small forward going forward. So, I mean, what would it cost me to get... We'll try RJ Barrett from the Raptors. We can take on some money. So I would throw you KJ Martin. I would throw you... I can't move Chris Murray, which is a shame. I would move him. Johnny Furphy probably has more value than Dylan Jones. So I would do Johnny Furphy. I'll do KJ Martin, and I'll do Bobby Clement, who only is 1 star, so I don't even know if that's worth it. And I'll take on Malachi Flynn. How low is the value? I can really only give you 1 future first from the Sixers. I'm not moving any of my first for RJ Barrett. And they agreed to that. Okay, I just traded for RJ Barrett, who I think is from more of the Toronto side, so he's going pretty far away from home. It's like saying, yeah, you're from Cleveland or Detroit or Buffalo, but you're going to be playing for your hometown country in Seattle. We're going to make RJ Barrett a small forward. He's going to start. Igor Demon's going to go off the bench, and this team actually could be competing for a top spot in the West. We're the 6th seed currently. We're not a play-in team. We're 3 games out of the 5 seed. We got a couple former Knicks on this team with RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson. I think it's going to be a 4-man bench of Dylan Jones, Igor Demon, Day'Ron Sharpe, probably Chris Murray when he gets back, but for now, I'll go to Asa, who's not been great. And let's go 34 to the backcourt. Let's go 34 to the front court. And let's just go like 35 minutes, 36 to RJ Barrett. Also, out of nowhere, we have Cordier, who I believe was on, the French national team this summer. Once again, I don't know where these guys are coming from. 2K must be signing me at least 1 guy. He's actually a pretty cool guy to have on this team. I'd rather have him than his teammate Evan Fournier or John Wall. And Naz Reid breaks his left elbow. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. Oh, that is a killer, man. He may be hurt for the playoffs as well. All right, we did get Naz Reid back for the final week of the season. We're currently the 5th seed in the Western Conference, so there's a chance we are not even going to have to be in the play-in tournament. We dropped to the 6th seed, which I will be okay with, unless we have a total collapse here in the final week of the year. All right, I was just waiting for the one injury to occur. Igor Demon is going to be out for the rest of the season. He ruptures his Achilles, and that also could make him out for next year as well, or at least at the start of it, which is a shame. I think for the playoffs, though, it's going to be a 3-man bench. I don't think I'm going to go with Newell there. As we finished 10 games above 500, we went 46 and 36. How about that? Shout out to Delano Banton winning most improved as well. Did we get any Blizzard on the All-NBA teams? We did not. What about the all-defensive teams? No, but Ace Bailey and VJ Edgecombe rookies made it. Okay. Dylan Harper on all-rookie first team, 16 points, 5.5 rebounds, 6.3 assists, 43, 34, 83 splits. And you did have Asa and Igor Demon on all-rookie second team as well. So, yeah, we finished the year 46 and 36. We're going to be taking on the, I believe, Minnesota Timberwolves in round number 1. Naz Reid's former team. We finished as the best defensive team in the Western Conference, kind of by far, but we had barely a positive point differential because we had the worst offense. And yeah, we will be taking on Minnesota in round number 1. We're going to be with everybody but Igor for the first round of the playoffs, or at least the whole playoffs. And I think for the playoffs, I'm not going to play Newell here. I think we're going to go with a Dylan Jones, Chris Murray, Day'Ron Sharpe bench, which isn't a lot to get excited about. How did RJ finish out this year? 15 points. I think I'm going to play RJ 38, 37 to Naz Reid, 36 to Mitchell Robinson, 36 to Harper, 36 to Lonzo. And this Minnesota starting 5 is going to be Conley, Edwards, McDaniels, Draymond, Gobert with Cat off the bench. So they did re-sign Gobert. Okay, funny enough, they did that. They should have just re-signed Naz Reid. Game 1 goes to Vancouver. Okay, we held them to 111 points. We dropped 143 on them. RJ with 26, 7, and 8. Lonzo with 21 and 7, 42 points combined between our center and our 6th man, Dylan Jones, who also almost had a 21-point triple-double. He had 9 rebounds and 9 assists. Game 2 goes to Vancouver. Wow, we held them to 9 points in the first quarter. We held them to 81 points in the game. This defense somehow is this good. I don't get it. Game 3 goes to Minnesota. They won by 3, 121 118. Mitchell Robinson had a double-double in this one. Game number 4 is going to go to the Minnesota Timberwolves, 128, 119. RJ Barrett with 29, Harper 26, Dylan Jones 22. But we lost 2 in a row. Make that 3 in a row. Damn. Can we force a game 7? It's going to be at home in Vancouver, or are we going to go out on our home floor? I definitely want to see what this home court looks like as well. So I'm not afraid to hop in, even though I probably shouldn't. It's going to be a close one, isn't it? All right, we're up by 1. Tie game 101-101. Oh, here we go. All right, the stadium is kind of sick. I am definitely a fan of it. Day'Ron Sharpe is in. Does that mean what? What is this lineup that's going to go in right now? How many guys just fouled out? Nice. Naz Reid fouled out. Mitchell Robinson fouled out. Dylan Harper fouled out. So we're going to have guys that aren't even in the rotation that are going to have to play clutch minutes for us as we're down 3-2. Chris Murray, I kind of want to just keep him in right now. I definitely want Dylan Jones to be in as well. Mike Conley, 3. Ball, no good. Draymond, yes, we don't allow him to get that. Take it up to RJ Barrett. Oh my God, Lonzo with the worst floor spacing ever. Yeah, I'm going to pull up with Lonzo there. Pick and pop, Lonzo ball, Chris Murray. Can we get it to work? We cannot. Chris Murray is not going to get Mike Conley in the air. I'm going to have to take a Dylan Jones pull-up jumper. That was a bad look. And Lonzo Ball is guarding Draymond Green. All right, these guys can get triple doubles or triple singles. Day'Ron Sharpe guarding Cat. I mean, Sharpe is good. I paid him a lot of money because I think he's a good center for us. 10 seconds on the clock. Kicks it over Mike Conley. 3 ball. Come on, Lonzo. You got to play better defense than that. Going to try to get Chris Murray involved here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Just a terrible screen. Now, this has been a terrible play. All right, RJ Barrett, I might need you to cook. RJ, oh, we got him in the air. Please, with the left hand. No, he misses it. Chris Murray's right there. Oh, my God, and he blew the layup. Really? Uh-oh, Anthony Edwards to the rim. I don't think he hits that. Yeah, that was way too contested. Chris Murray, 3 ball. Why not? Pull up. Oh, my God. Why did I take that? Mike Conley's also playing through an injury as well. Down by 3. Oh, God, 60 seconds to go. I don't love this team. Anthony Edwards trying to go on Lonzo, but Lonzo is holding his own defensively. Holding his own defensively. Great defense, Lonzo. We're here. We're here. We're here. No way he hits that. Don't bail him out. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Pick and roll. RJ Barrett to Chris Murray. He's got 18 points here. We make it a 1-point game. All right, Dylan Jones guarding Anthony Edwards. Oh, man, he got by me so easily. RJ Barrett goes around McDaniels, and he's going to get to the line. Would have loved an and one there. But RJ Barrett, not the greatest free throw shooter in the world, is tired also. Makes the first. He's got 23. Can RJ Barrett make the fourth? Or let's go. He makes the second to make it a 1-point game. Make the fourth. What am I saying? All right, can we clamp up? Down by 1, just no threes. All right, Mike Conley, he's injured. Lonzo, stay in front of him. No threes. Oh, man, I was scared he was going to pull up. All right, that's on me. I was scared. We definitely do not need a 3, so I don't need to force it. Dylan Jones, 3 ball. Oh, man, good help defense. In and out. That's going to be it. Unless I can somehow get a steal off the inbound. Let's see. Can we stay in front of Mike Conley? And I cannot, unfortunately. And he's going to hit his free throws. It's a shame. Naz Reid, Mitchell Robinson, Dylan Harper just all fouled out. Some of my best players. We ended up losing in 6, which is fine. We scored 14 points in that 4th quarter. But hey, at least we made it to the playoffs. It just sucks we were up 2-0 and then just lost 4 straight. Shea, Giannis, conference finals MVPs, and the Bucks win in 7. Brook Lopez, Derrick Rose are going to be retiring. I don't think either one of those guys would make it to the Hall of Fame. We are not going to have a lottery pick. That number 1 pick in the 26th draft to get Boozer, Nybantsa, Peterson goes to the Raptors. Wizards at 2, Grizzlies at 3. And I think I'm going to keep Milan Mack as my head coach. I don't think I'm going to make any trades. I kind of like the core we have right now. We do own the 23rd pick, which I will be keeping. Number 1 pick goes to the Raptors. They get AJ Nybantsa out of USC. Darren Peterson goes number 2, and Cameron Boozer goes number 3. It's crazy that the game changes these names because it's wild what Concanuple's name got changed to. Conrad Karpukin, which is wild. And that's who I'm going to take here out of Duke. For Chris Murray, we'll pick up the team option. Chris Livingston, we might as well. We do have around $40 million to potentially spend here in free agency. I mean, I thought about Jaren Jackson Jr. because now that they have Cameron Boozer, and that would just increase our defensive play even more. Kuminga is now unrestricted, but we do have RJ Barrett. Chet Holmgren would be great, but he's restricted. So you know what? Let's see if we can get Jaren Jackson Jr. He doesn't have a real offer out there. I mean, I would have loved Kevin Durant, but that's not going to happen. So let's give Triple J a decent amount of money for a 3-year deal, 3-year, 106. He's not going to be great offensively, and I know our offense isn't great, but man, that's going to make our defense even better. I'm going to make Naz Reid probably a 6th man again, and we've really built this team up in 3 years to have a really fun core. Player progression, RJ Barrett is in 84/85, Triple J's in 87, Dylan Harper's up to an 84. And hopefully we do have the depth as well to withstand any injuries throughout the regular season and potentially the playoffs. Like, this is a really good starting five of Lonzo, Harper, Barrett, Triple J, Mitchell Robinson. At least it's good defensively. And yeah, Igor Demon is going to start the season hurt, unfortunately. So it's going to be a four-man bench of Naz Reid, Chris Murray, Day'Ron Sharpe, and Dylan Jones. Kankanapo could probably spend some time in the G League. Let's go 32 minutes, maybe 3 to the backcourt. We can go 34 to RJ Barrett, 34 to Triple J. Let's go 30 to Mitchell Robinson. Let's go 31 to Naz Reid off the bench. Why not? First game of the season is at home against the Cavs. We ended up losing 132 to 130, all right, in overtime. So we are here at the trade deadline with a 31-18 record. We are currently the 3 seed in the West behind Dallas and Oklahoma City. We once again have the top defense in the West, but now our offense is better. We have the 8th best offense in the West, which puts us as the 2nd best point differential in all of basketball right now. The Montreal Islanders are better this year, led behind VJ Edgecombe. Oh, they signed Jimmy Butler 2 years ago, and they signed Kevin Durant in this most recent offseason. So Kevin Durant and Jimmy Butler are teaming up in Montreal. RJ Barrett is leading the team in scoring, followed by Dylan Harper. Then there's Jaren Jackson Jr., which is fine. I signed up for defense. There's Naz Reid, Lonzo Ball, Mitchell Robinson, Dylan Jones, Igor Demon. Everybody has actually been somewhat efficient. I mean, Igor's been struggling. Dylan Jones has been good. I may look to move Chris Murray at the deadline, and I'm going to ship him along with Austin Newell and a future second to Golden State for a future first-round pick. And Moses Moody, I do have to take on his $11 million per year contract, but he's going to slide in off the bench for us and be much better than Chris Murray, in my opinion. And Igor Demon has been struggling, so yeah, like, we're going to get Moses Moody in there, and let's hope this team can stay healthy for the rest of the season. But unfortunately, Dylan Harper breaks his right hand 4 to 6 weeks. I'm hoping he's back for the playoffs. And Wemby wins MVP here after what would be his 4th year in the NBA. Cameron Boozer, Rookie of the Year. William McNeely, 6th Man of the Year in Sacramento. Wemby, Depoy, William McNeely, Most Improved, and Clutch Player of the Year is Donovan Mitchell. We didn't get any Blizzard on the first couple All-NBA teams, but Cameron Boozer in year 1 is on All-NBA second team, all right? No Blizzards on the defensive team, but we did finish the season as the 2 seed in the Western Conference. We're going to be going up against Nolan Traore, Jalen Green, Şengün, and the Houston Rockets. They kind of have a very similar team. A lot of the OG Rockets on that team. They've just added Nolan Traore since. We are fully healthy, which is big. Dylan Harper, fully healthy. Naz Reid, fully healthy. I even signed RJ Barrett to a contract extension as well. We'll see if this team that doesn't really have a star player, but I think is just a well-balanced team, can make a run. So game number 1 against the Houston Rockets, we ended up winning this one. Oh my God, we held them to 77 points. Jaren Jackson Jr. dropped 32. Game number 2 is going to go to the Vancouver Blizzard. Mitchell Robinson with a double-double. Double-double for Dylan Harper. RJ Barrett, 21 points. And we take a 3-0 lead. We held them to sub 100 again. RJ with 30. Naz Reid with 21. And we are going to sweep the Houston Rockets and advance to round number 2 to take on the San Antonio Spurs, which is going to be a little intimidating. I do think I am going to remove Igor Demon, though, from the playoff rotation. And I'm going to play Dylan Jones a couple more minutes as well. So we're going to be taking on the San Antonio Spurs with Castle, Vassell, Johnson, Soa, and Wemby. They do have Jaden Ivey off the bench. Delano Banton, who's won a 6 Man of the Year award. Tristan Vukcevic, Ian Jackson, Marvin Bagley, Max Strus. And game number 1, Mitchell Robinson, the migraine game. It doesn't matter. We end up winning by 17. Mitch Rob was great on Wemby. Wemby shot 4 for 14. Triple J with 29 points. He's been showing up in the playoffs. His threes aren't falling, but he's been playing well. Mitchell Robinson's back. We are undefeated in the playoffs. We won by 20, and Mitchell Robinson puts up 20 and 6. 16 assists for Dylan Harper as we are 2 games away from the conference finals. Make that 1 game away. We held them to under 90 points, even though Wemby had a great game. Do not blow this, and we end up sweeping them with Jaren Jackson Jr. dropping 23, held them to 102 points, and we're going to be taking on the 1-seeded Thunder here in the conference finals. A very good Thunder team. They also have Johnny Furphy as well. Game 1 goes to the Blizzard. We're 13-0 in the playoffs. This is insane. Held them to 102. Game number 2, we win. Oh my God. We are 10-0. Naz Reid put up 33 points in 22 minutes. Game number 3. Wow, we are 11-0. We're 11-0. This is insane. Do not blow a 3-0 lead. We just swept the Western Conference. This is unbelievable. We just swept the Western Conference, and we're going to be taking on the Chicago Bulls with this team. I don't get it. I don't. Tyus Jones, Kobe White. Oh my God, we should sweep this team. This is actually insane. I don't get it whatsoever with this team. In the playoffs, though, our defensive rating is unreal. 99 defensive rating in the playoffs. As Jaren Jackson Jr. has been leading the way with 22 points, RJ Barrett at 21, Dylan Harper with 15.8. Taking on the Bulls, who beat the Pacers in 6, beat the Hornets in 5, beat the Pistons in 5. They've been very good, too. They're 12-4, and we win game number 1. We are now, oh my God, we are 13-0. Lonzo Ball just almost had a 29-point triple-double in game number 1, and we're up 2-0. Yeah, I think we're going to do it with this squad. Game number 3 goes to the Blizzard. We are 1 game away from going 16-0 here in the 2020 would-be 7 NBA playoffs. Okay, this is our toughest test yet. We are down by 25 points in the second quarter. Could we make a comeback? All right, we were down. We're down by 10, 13. All right, they go on a little bit of a run there. Can we come back? We're down by 11 here. Can we make a fourth quarter comeback? Down by 13. Down by 4. Oh my God. We were down by 25 points. Down by 8. Down by 7. Oh, we're down by 10. I don't think we're going to come back. Okay, so the Bulls hand us our first loss of the playoffs. Ayo Dosunmu dropped 32. But that's okay, because we're going to have the opportunity to win on our home floor. Can we win in 5? Gentlemen sweep the Bulls and go 16-1 here in the 2027 playoffs. And we're going to do just that. We win 116-92. I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to get Finals MVP. It could go to Dylan Harper, but it might be Triple J. It's actually going to go to Dylan Harper. 15-8, 8.5. Yeah, he was great for us. And this team, man, just good defensive players, elite three-point shooters now in 2K. Like, wow, look at all the guys that had A three-point grades. Some solid inside defenders, some really solid perimeter defenders and playmakers as well. And that is going to be for me. I hope you guys did enjoy my last expansion rebuild of NBA 2K24. If you did enjoy it, I'd appreciate it if you drop a thumbs up. Love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.